everyone, my name is Andrea. If you don't know me, you should subscribe because, like, why not? You should also hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. But anyway, today I'm in a different kind of location. It's really not. You've seen my bookshelves. It's just a different angle. So today I'm going to be filming the Finally Fall book tag, which was created by Alina Milena. I saw that her original video is on private now, but this is where the questions came from, and I will link them down below. And let's just get started because there's quite a few. Number 1 says, in fall the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And for this one, I am going with Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Excuse me that I talk about the same books all the time, but I have my favorites, so what can I say? The Six of Crows setting is very, very vivid and like personal to this series. The entire Grishaverse takes place in a fantasy setting, Ravka, Ketterdam, but they are based off of like Russian-esque type cities, I believe. And so once you read it, you just have a feel, but especially Six of Crows. Ketterdam, there's like canals, it's like dark, there's alleys, there's just like getting across town by like the water. It's just a lot of atmospheric setting, and I absolutely love it, and it just adds to the, you know, incredible book that Six of Crows is. So yeah. Number 2 is nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. There was a lot that I could choose for this one because I enjoy reading books that give me pain and talk about pain and how to deal with pain. So, but I decided to go with Crescent City or House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This book definitely deals with loss and grief. I mean, our main character, her name is Bryce Quinlan. The main premise of the book is that she loses all of her best friends at once, and they all die. And that's not even like the plot, that's just what you get from the summary. So the book follows her after those events. So you already know that there is going to be some tackling of grief to do. And again, I've said it before on my channel, I have a review for this one, which I was very opinionated in, and looking back, it makes me cringe, so please don't go watch it. But I love Sarah J. Maas. I think that she takes topics and she handles them very well, and I definitely saw that when we got to see Bryce dealing with losing all of her best friends, losing her one actual best friend who I swear is like more like a soulmate named Danica, you know, losing somebody so close to you and dealing with that grief. And I definitely think that Bryce was dealing with depression from the grief and from losing all these people, and like trying to cope with that and still like live a life without these people. And I like that. I like to see that, and I feel like it was done incredibly well and with care, and this book was just really good. And if you haven't checked it out, it's definitely an adult fantasy, heavy fantasy. It's got some fallen angels, it's got some fae, of course, because it's Sarah J. Maas, and it's got some like really cool characters, so check it out. I love this book. Okay. Number 3 is fall's back to school season. Share a book, a nonfiction book that you learned something new. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but I did want to share this really cool book. So this is March, book 1. This is a graphic novel, but it's by John Lewis and a couple other authors, and, you know, of course, the illustrators and everything. But RIP to John Lewis. One of the many sad things that happened this year is that he passed away, but he was a civil rights activist, and this is literally a graphic novel about the civil rights, and it's incredible. I really loved it. We had to read this for like history my freshman year in college, and I have the entire trilogy, and this is the only graphic novel that I've ever read, and it's really good, and it's obviously impactful and a great read. So if you want to learn more about the civil rights, want to just like read a good graphic novel, this is literally both of those. Number 4 is, oh, okay, I'm looking at this on my freaking iPad. Okay. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family / household / friend group that you'd like to be a part of. So many, just and anything that I read I'd love to be a part of and love. I had to stop filming. Hate that for me. Sorry, I got a phone call. But anyway, I'd love to be a part of so many, but definitely I have to go with The Darkest Minds Crew by Alexandra Bracken. I love The Darkest Minds so much. I'll never get over it. I will never stop talking about it. It's literally matching me today. Anyway, This one has a group of like misfits. Oh, I love them. And it's Liam, Zoo, Chubbs, and Ruby. And basically they all are kids who have developed these supernatural abilities, and the government is like scared of all the kids who've developed these abilities, and if you don't get them, if you're a kid, you die. It's a whole ordeal. It's a great kind of sci-fi younger fantasy, and I love it. And the friend group is honestly what makes this book, one of the biggest things that makes this book so good. It's a found family of like a bunch of kids trying to survive, trying to help each other, and I love them. I get emotional talking about it because they're like my babies. Like I know I say that about like all my characters, but this is like actually my child. So number 5 is the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall colored spines. I got them right here. I picked out these. I went for some orange and black and neutral brownish colors. But let me just show you guys really quick. Lifelike by J. Kristoff. Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin with this bright blue. Bright blue. It's literally red. I'm dumb. I just read this and finished it this week. So good. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, a literal masterpiece of a book. And the spine, this just screams fall to me, like it really does. Crooked Kingdom, the second book in the Six of Crows duology, which this one is the collector's edition. It's beautiful. Fall, once again, gold and black. Excuse me. The back is so cute too. And then I had City of Fallen Angels, which is like the book 4 in the Mortal Instruments series. Fall greens. I can't get my colors right. Fall, orangey tones, and gold. Love it. Number 6 is Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. For this one, I am going with Nevernight by J. Kristoff. This is the UK paperback edition, which I love. It's really cute. So in this book, there is a definitive narrator narrating the entire book. There are footnotes from the narrator. It's honestly impressive. The writing is just impressive. I think. I love J. Kristoff's writing style. And this one is a adult, dark, heavy fantasy, and a lot of people DNF it because they can't make it through chapter 1. But if you make it through and you make it all the way through the 3rd book, you're my kind of person, because it definitely takes a certain kind of person to get through this one. But I love it. And when you figure out who's actually been narrating the book the entire time, it's kind of a really big reveal. Number 7 is The Nights Are Getting Longer. Share a dark and creepy read. For this one, I'm going with Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. We're just like sharing Leigh Bardugo all throughout this video, but I love her. She's literally queen. This one is an adult fantasy by Leigh Bardugo about societies at Yale University, wherein there are very like supernatural things going on, and there are literal ghosts and demons and cults and all that jazz. This is very dark academia aesthetic, and it's just literally a great book. I love Leigh Bardugo, and if you haven't heard of Ninth House but you're interested in her, I definitely think it's very different from her other writings. It's so different from Shadow and Bone, very different from Six of Crows, and apparently it's something that she'd been wanting to write for so long, and I love like passion projects by authors, and you can definitely tell that this is what that is. Number 9 is Fall Returns Every Year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. So for this, I picked A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I'd also like to go back and read Throne of Glass, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year because there's so many books in that series, so it's more probable for me to reread ACOTAR because there's only 3. But this one, I want to reread it now and annotate it because, of course, now I know more about the characters and have seen them for who they really are. And I'd love to go back and annotate and write all over the paperback. I want to buy the paperback copy and just like make it my own thing, and just I cannot wait till I can reread it because I miss recent, and that's pretty much the only reason why. Number 10 is Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy... No. I literally skipped one. Okay. I'm sorry. That was number 9. Let me go back to number 8. This is a mess. Okay. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Okay, there we go. I don't read warm and fuzzy books. Warm and cozy, that's just not me. I read, you know, the gore, the fantasy, the wars, the fighting, the existential crisis, the internal dilemmas, the grief, and the, you know, heavy emotions, and enemies to lovers, and it's pretty much all I read. But I will share one of my fantasies that I think is cozy. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I think that this book is just atmospheric in that it has a very, like, its own style, and you can feel when you're in the Lunar Chronicles world. And this is the first book in the Lunar Chronicle series. This is the new cover, which is gorgeous. But I think since Cinder is a retelling of Cinderella, it's kind of cozy. It's like reading a fairy tale but with a twist, and it's brilliant. It's really good. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Thanks to my friend Lisa for making me read it, basically. Okay, so finally, 10, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Pumpkins, blankets, okay, tea, candles, more pumpkins, cozy socks with spiders and pumpkins on them. That's it. That's what I got for you. That's what I offer you. And I have all of those things. I'm just too lazy to show you guys. So I want to go ahead and tag Armine from Armine Reads. Love her. Check out her channel, will be linked down below, and I'm excited to see her answers to this question. Also want to tag any other booktubers. If you want to do this, say I tagged you, and also let me know when you post it so I can watch it, because these have been like my new obsession of watching videos. So that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked this video down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!